Welcome to another edition of Brownie Bites on YouTube. I'm Daryl Ryder coming to you from Cross Country Mortgage Campus in Berea, where the Browns wrapped up day number 12 of camp. And following the preseason debut of one Shedeur Sanders that saw him lead not one, not two, but three touchdown drives in that 30-10 win over the Panthers. A lot of attention on him. How many reps is he going to get? Where are those reps going to come from? Is he moving up the depth chart? Is he really going to play himself into potentially starting week one against the Cincinnati Bengals and winning this starting job? Spoiler alert, the answer to the last question is no. It will not be him or Dillon Gabriel. It's either going to be Kenny Pickett or Joe Flacco week one, September 7th against the Bengals. Nevertheless, Kevin Stefanski appears to be unmoved as far as his plan goes at the position when it comes to trying to figure out who that starting quarterback is going to be. Here's Stefanski prior to practice.
Dillon can do some 11 on 11. Obviously, we're still mindful of his tightness in the hamstring. Kenny, not just yet 11 on 11, but both guys progressing well. I think you take everything into account, but we'll see how we get through this week and then make a decision.
Kevin, how good
make a decision on when to make a decision. We're going to continue to mix these guys and also say I'm trying to be we are trying to be very intentional about our quarterback's development, and I'm really pleased with where both our young guys are, and I could say that about our entire rookie class. They're all working very hard. They're all taking coaching and understanding that this is a progression for them. I feel like every day is critical for all these players. We want to stack these days and make sure we're getting better. So I really view every day as very important.
All right, now joining me is 92.3 The Fan analyst and, of course, our co-host on our Tailgate pregame shows, Lance Reisland, Coach Riz. And we got to see something we've not seen a lot of in training camp here on Monday, and that was a lot of touchdowns, and every quarterback threw them.
Well, you know, they looked very sharp. This is their best day at camp. I like the rhythm they were in. I like the tempo, the pace. They did a really nice job with their footwork going from deep to short. You can see they're kind of shoring up, going through those camp phases where they're getting better each and every day. I thought they were tremendously accurate today, which is, you know, kind of what it comes down to. They're all doing a really nice job of the process, but the product is what's got to improve. And I think they did a really nice job today. Today was, by far, as a group, their best day.
Yeah, let's talk about the two rookies, Shedeur Sanders, Dillon Gabriel. Of course, Dillon still dealing with the hamstring, but threw a beautiful touchdown pass to Deontay Johnson. We saw Shedeur. It was a bad snap. He was able to recover, get it over the top, find a receiver down the field. And then conversely, too, we saw both of them having to deal with pressure as well. Just what have you seen from these two rookie quarterbacks as they get ready to head to Philadelphia?
Well, starting with Shedeur, I thought he had a great game on Friday in terms of poise and composure and command of the offense, that operation. They looked sharp getting in and out of the huddle. He did a really nice job of completing some throws. Obviously, some of the things he's got to work at, the whole offense is going to work on, right? Timing, seeing blitzes, things like that. And I think this is a really big week for Dillon Gabriel. Dillon Gabriel's got to prove that he can take the processing that he's done at a high level and carry that over into his accuracy, where he struggled a little bit last couple of days of camp before they went to Carolina. And then moving on, he's got to have a really solid week of being accurate with the football.
So the Browns will now hit the road. It'll be a little over a week before they return here to Berea. They are off to Philadelphia, where they will take on the Eagles. Head coach Kevin Stefanski spoke about getting ready for those joint practices and what he is expecting to see in the city of brotherly love this week.
That's why you do these practices. I think, and both sides view it that way, typically, because you script the practice so that the ones get the vast majority, so that then your guys that are getting the 2s and 3s reps can get the majority of their reps in the game. It's a great test. I can't imagine there's a better combination of offensive line, defensive line than the Eagles and who we're facing. So it's an awesome test for our guys. And again, I've been up close and seen this line when we practice against them. They're really well coached. They got great players, so it's a great challenge for our guys. I think most joint practices follow a similar structure, if you will, and I think credit to Coach Canales down there, and then obviously Nick and I have talked and we've done these type of structures before, so I think you want to be really organized, real efficient with your time, and make sure that you're getting all the looks that you need to get for both sides. I think in these settings you definitely get a feel for the skill set of the teams you're facing. Yeah, I think you do. Now, Philly was a couple years ago. We were in Minnesota last year, right? Am I thinking that right? Yeah. Minnesota here. But, I mean, 2 years ago, that was still the same offensive line, quarterback, receivers. So I think you can definitely get a feel for personnel when you step on the field versus some of these teams, yes.
You know, it's always great to be able to compete against other teams other than ourselves, you know. So, you know, I'm more excited just going out there, making plays, and execute our play, and do what we're supposed to do.
Just good competition. You know, they won the Super Bowl last year, so that's a high pedestal, and we want to show them that we can play with them and be at that high caliber. And I mean, that's really what we're going to go out there and try and do.
Some unfortunate news on the injury front. Luke Floria, the outstanding undrafted rookie free agent from Kent State, who was having a fabulous camp, unfortunately suffered a hamstring injury Friday night in Carolina. They waived him with an injury designation on Monday, but there is a chance, Floria, you've not seen the last of him. He could revert back to the Browns there. So, again, don't think we've necessarily seen the last of him despite the unfortunate circumstances.
It's just the unfortunate part of this. I feel like Luke is my brother forever at this point. We went through camp together. I feel like I knew him forever. Ultimate competitor, great football player. I guess that's all I got.
That sucks, man. Luke been out here grinding and doing his thing ever since he stepped foot out here. So, you know, it's kind of frustrating, you know, him dealing with that. But, you know, Luke's a baller, so he's going to attack this workout, make sure he come back healthy and do his thing.
Browns hit the road Tuesday to Philadelphia, where they'll have joint practices with the Eagles at their complex on Wednesday and Thursday, another off day on Friday. Then preseason game number 2, where all eyes are going to be on Dillon Gabriel and Shedeur Sanders Saturday afternoon, 1 o'clock in Philly. Again, that's preseason game number 2, which of course you can hear on 92.3 The Fan. Want to thank you as always for watching us on YouTube. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button to the 92.3 The Fan channel there on YouTube as well. We would appreciate that. With the Browns in Berea, I'm Daryl Ryder for Sports Radio 92.3 The Fan.